Hello. This is Lee and Dee's Life Journeys. I haven't done a garden tour in a while, so I'm just gonna update y'all. Life has been happening, so I've been busy, but we're gonna go ahead and start. All right, this is the Miwa Kumquat, and she is still blooming. Still blooming. Of course, you know I added some more artwork. When I come over here is when the air conditioner always cuts on. Okay, let's go on over here. These are some more Miwas. They were very tiny when I put them in there. I think I put them down in about March or April. So yeah, they get near, and you can see they're still blooming. And I love these kumquats because they're so sweet. So they're not Nagami. If a lot of people say they're getting the sour ones, you're getting the Nagami ones, which are more oval-like compared to a lot of these are more rounded-like right here. So these are sweet, and you can eat the whole entire thing, right? Peel and all. So they're very sweet. Here we got the red Himalayan. How big she got. And I cut her. Just finished trimming her. All right, over here we just got the display. My daughter gave me that pot right there. Love that pot. Love my daughter. And my hot mess grandpup that was here with us for most of the summer. Okay, we have a garden bed, and this bed is getting ready for some tomatoes. You know, I had the basil right there, the onion, so it's going to get ready for some tomatoes. This right here, fire bush, or whatever you want to call it, it was down in the ground, and it was just growing crazy. So I had my husband take it out, and we put it in this pot right here to control it more, because I got tired of cutting it. Here we got all kind of herbs, gingers, and turmerics growing in this garden bed. And I'm gonna tell you, the squirrels and birds attacked the heck out of my grapevine this year. They never had before, so I barely got any grapes. That's ridiculous, but I'm gonna fix that up for next year. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and give you a pan around. Oh goodness, the sun. There we go. Let's try to get out that sun. Of course, you hear the air conditioning going all crazy as soon as I step out, right? Yeah, there we go. All right, now as we come across here, these are just little garden flowers that I had that I don't have to deal with. I've been busy. We travel. So I had to put flowers in the garden that can just do their own thing without me. Drought tolerant. Can take the heat, the cold, and all of that. Here we go with that wall art, because you know I love that wall art. I think it just brings so much to the garden for me. So I enjoy when I come out looking at this wall art. It's pretty. All right, we got that loquat coming right here, and I put some butternut squash down there, so that's coming up. They seem to do very well in the shade. We come over here, and this is another garden bed, and we got some onions and turmeric and basil, and I'm going to be putting actually that scarlet kale that seems to be coming up right there. So eventually I'll be putting something in there. All right, I also took this out the ground, and this is a shrimp plant. It wasn't doing too good in the ground, so it's back in the pot. And this right here are this plants that like shade. Actually, this one likes sun. The canna lily is variegated canna lily, and this one, but they're here for now. And I had a lot of succulents in here, but it just started getting too many weeds, and I couldn't be bothered. So basically, these are what's in here. And this right here is a cutting for a jujube. I don't know if you could see it, but it's starting to grow. This is a cutting from a jujube tree from my neighbor. All right. And this right here is a whole vine passion fruit vine. Well, it's 2 passion fruit vines. And so what I did wrong is, you see all these flowers right here? Well, she needs a cross pollinator, right? Which I did. This right here is the Red Bounty passion fruit. So she's the only passion fruit that's not flowering. Isn't that crazy? So I put them together so she can have a cross pollinate. And I have other passion fruits, and this is the only one not flowering yet. So, you know, anyway, that's what's going on there. So that's what these are right here, right? Red Bounty passion fruit and giant green. So she, you know, she's flowering like crazy, but she's not. And the rest of my passion fruit, as I'll bring you to see, they're flowering, right? But this loquat, look at that. It's fruiting like crazy. It's just fruiting all over the place, all up at the top. And we actually gave her a cut earlier this summer. All right, we're going around here. So yeah, we wound up cut the Shangri-La. It was so big that I had to cut it down. So what we did was cut it down, because I want the growings to grow from here and up so I can control it more, because it was like 25 feet tall. Like, I couldn't even reach those mulberries. And then he grafted with the fruit and spice graft that he got from Cochain, our friend Cochain. So he grafted it with that, and that took, actually, it actually took. He also has some grafts over there on the red Himalayan. All right, this is just a little display. I have a lot of displays. Like I said, I love art in the garden, and it also makes the garden easier for me. Now, believe it or not, this may seem like a lot of pots, but I have gotten rid of 140 pots this summer. 140 pots to bring it down, to minimize all the pots that were in the yard. So this right here, right? Look at this one, that's flowering like crazy. And this is the Panama Red passion fruit. And this is flowering all over. I mean, this is, and that's Panama Red. And I wish I would have put that over there with them. But what can we do? Another Miwa. And what I do the beginning of the spring, I strip the Miwa barely, you know, completely naked, leaves and all, to bush it out. And it grows like crazy. It really does. So that's what I did with that one, and I'm gonna do those with the other two. Okay, I think I'm skipping around too much. So let's go over here. All right, this right here is the orange sherbet mango. This was a Florida Prince, and we traded with our friend Cochain, and he gave us the orange sherbet mango for the Florida Prince that was here, because we have too many peach trees. So, you know, and it gives you a lot of peaches. All right, this is my rose area right here. This one is my minimized pineapple area. Pineapples didn't seem to do too good, and then a squirrel or something ate one of them, so we put this on that, and just basically brought that down. We have an Oss turkey cutting right here that we got from Cochain. So that's going on in there. It's growing. Here we also shortened our garden choo-choo train. We shortened that. It was longer. All right. And this is what I like right here. So our seedling came back. You know, we thought it was dead. We cut it all the way down to the ground. And look at her. She came back. Yes, nice. All right, this is the Bear's Black Fig. I don't really care for this one, but we're going to go ahead and graft on her. All right, and that's the Salis Wood Sapodilla. And she not fruited a lot. She flowered a lot, but didn't fruit, which I'm not worried about her. She needs to grow anyway. Right here, we got some rosemary, and that's like the Vicks plant. I just took pieces of the Vicks plant and put it all around. I don't know the correct verbiage of that. All right, and here we have some turmeric and just a couple of different things. This bed is getting ready for some tomatoes. I'm gonna put some tomatoes in there. All right, so you see what we did to our strawberry guavas? We sat there and cut it all that off in the bottom, and we're going to keep, it gave us so many guavas that it was overwhelming. So we're like, there's no way in the world we can eat all those guavas. So what we did was we cut all the bottom off, all of it, and I'm gonna keep that cut, stay on top of that, and we're just gonna have it at the top. That's all we need, and this one's a lemon guava right there. All right. So, I meant to show you right here. Oh, my lemongrass that I got to eventually trim. This is our Satsuma tangerine. You know, it had a lot of flowers on it, but with all the stuff going on, and she's new, so we're gonna get some tangerines out of her. So, I can't complain. It's better than nothing, right? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and pan that around so you can see what's going on. Yeah, did a lot of limiting this year, bringing down the garden a lot. We travel a lot, so I still want, my garden's going to mostly be, our gardens is going to mostly be fruit trees. So yeah, I want the easiest possible. They could handle that cold, they could handle that heat. All right, these are some grafts that the hubby did. Some took and some didn't. I don't know if it's the rain or whatever, but just keep on trying, right? So we know this right here is the Thai dwarf. It used to be the everbearing, but I didn't like the way the everbearing tasted, so here's a Thai dwarf down here. And then we just got some random plants that can take the heat and cold, to make it easier, right? And we got some lights up there. Hubby put some lights up here. When we come around here, we just got different canna lilies. To me, once you have one canna lily, you never run out, because I brought one and I take a piece and I just move them around. Same thing with this one. And this one gives you such a beautiful red flower right here. And that's the beauty of the canna lily. Look at these pretty flowers in this one. Isn't that pretty? And I got this one right here for $2 at Lowe's when they was looking all horrible. So that's the lineup on that, right along with the artwork. All right, got it. Okay, I'm all into easy gardening, so I know this may seem like it's hard, but let me tell you how easy it is. I travel and I come back, and these plants, they can take the drought, they can take the cold, they can take the heat, and they just come back by themselves. I don't have time to be running around, constantly planting and all that. I need things to take care of themselves. And look at Valencia Pride now. We thought she was dead too, right? But she's above the graft, and look at her go. Beautiful, right? So happy. Hopefully she's making another winter, because we had a lot of mango trees, and now we have 3, and we just got that orange sherbet. Coach Chain traded with us. So yes, that's what we got. All right, right here we got the bananas. Did they do anything this year? So far, no. And a reason why I got dwarf bananas and is because I was hoping to see a banana, because I didn't have to wait till it gets so big. Now the ice cream one is big, you have to wait, but those, I figured, they'd make it happen, but it didn't. All right, so we got some aloe right here. I'm always going to have aloe, and I got stung by a wasp, and I put that aloe on. It felt so good. This right here is basically our Japanese sweet potatoes in this pot. And look at all this that we cleared. All that. We had pots all over the place. That's how much we downsized. We decided we prefer a lot of fruits versus a lot of trees, if you know what I mean. So I prefer less trees and a lot of fruits than a lot of trees and less fruits. So that's why we downsize. Also, it's easier when we're traveling. All right, this one's this papaya, the red lady, she's trying to give flowers. I don't know, they falling off back and forth, but the other one's giving us some. So over here we have, my little setup that I've had. Once again, these plants can take the sweetest ivory and all these. This can take the heat, cold, all that. It can take all that. I don't know if I did show you the hills, right? So that's just a bunch of flowers in there. that can take all the weather. So I'll have to sit here and baby them. Okay, and as we come over here, right, there's some more canna lilies, and canna lilies produce like crazy. They just produce. Okay, we put that because we wanted some type of shade, so we put this shade thing up here. Place these down on top. So this right here is inside that brick. He got that screwed down in there, and these are on top of these big pavers. So to make sure it was not flying anywhere. That's why we did that. We don't like to do things over and over again if we can help it. All right, I forgot what the name of this plant. I think I got a tag there, but I had it for, this is the, I think, 3rd year I think I've had her. All right, so this is the backdrop of, I gotta keep some fertilizer in those boxes. And here we go again with the wall art. I love art. All right, so as we come over here, so these are the 2 miracle fruit trees that actually came back. I didn't think they were going to come back, but they came back. We had a total of 3, so those 2 came back. That one's easier to protect because it's in a pot. And you got the desert rose right here. And I'm doing, I've actually put some seeds down for from the yellow dragon fruit, and they actually got little old dragon fruits in there. Well, you can see them. And I know I got to move this because this is not going to be able to. Yeah. Another loquat tree, and she's fruiting like crazy. And she's a seedling, but you know, I think she's like 6 years old. I don't know, but she fruited last year and she's fruited this year. All right, we're coming over here, and we have a Logan. All right, and that's this type of Logan because I got 2 Logans. So she's been growing, and I got her. She was very tiny. She's been growing. We got her in this big, I think that's a 45-gallon pot. I'm not sure. Okay. Now, and this is my other Logan. So we love Logans, so I'm hoping that, you know, they make it this year. If they don't make it this year, it will be the last. I just don't want to keep on buying stuff that's just not going to make it. Okay, right here, we got another passion fruit. Look at that. And they got, look at all these flowers, yo. So these are supposed to be self-pollinating and everything, so hopefully. And this is the Sunset Sweet passion fruit. We got the Roselle / sorrel back here. We got the, I think that's the Sugar Bell. Did I put it back on there? Yeah, anyway, that's the Sugar Bell tangerine. She's a baby and she's grown a lot because when I got it, it was a stick. And of course we have some dragon fruits. Hopefully they make it. We had 20 something before, 25 or whatever, and a lot of them died. If some die this time, you know, we'll just have less. Okay, and this is a new addition, Harvey Lemon, and this is supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to be able to fight the greening a lot better. That's the Harvey Lemon because we just wanted the lemon tree, so we put her down. We got shampoo ginger going on over here. More shampoo ginger, more dragon fruits. You know, there's names, Thai Rosa down there, and you know, those are the ones we have. And Voodoo Child, and you know, Denise Berry. So that's what we have there. All right, let's give you a pen and view. And I'm telling you, I really got rid of a lot, y'all. A lot of pots. This is some lemon balm, spearmint, and I just put a piece of a Celeste fig right there. I like Celeste fig. That tastes good. All right, this is another red lady, papaya. I'll show you. All right, there she go. So hopefully, you know, the cold will come take it. The problem I have with papaya is they start developing late, like they just starting to develop right now, and then the cold comes, and then, you know, is it, you know. So look at these persimmons, y'all. Fuju. Look at the persimmons, y'all. Look. Look at them all over. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Persimmons, you know we love persimmons, so we got persimmon trees. And this is the gyro persimmon. Look at. She's almost ready too, because she's the first one we always eat, the gyro persimmon. And that's her. And we removed the Santa Rosa. She got sick. It was looking sickly. I don't know what was wrong with her. So this whole space is empty. And that's the blueberries back there. And this right here is a yellow long neck fig. And that's what Cochain, our friend Cochain, gave us. So I gotta give her a break. All right, let me do a pan around. I know this video is long, but I haven't did videos in a while. All right, so Sun Racer nectarine, but it's actually a peach, and she gives us a lot of peaches. So she's been trimmed. So Methley plum, if she doesn't give us any plums next year, she's gone, because we've had her for a while and she's flowering. She doesn't give us any plums, so she will be gone next year if she don't give us none. I can put another persimmon in there. I don't have time. Of course, you know the Scarlet Beauty. She does her thing. She don't need no help. So I trimmed all of these trees down to nothing, a little bud, and look how quickly they came back. Okay, so we got some more garden art. Love our art. I think it just brings so much character for us to the garden, because that's our character. Loving artwork, you know, so I really love it. It's something else to look at beside me coming out here just looking at a tree. Yes, really do love artwork. Here, this is my little greenhouse. I had a big greenhouse, but I put that garden bed there, and I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to do. Some tomatoes right there, and there's some more seedlings that I've, what are those, yellow dragon fruit from the store. So that's my little greenhouse, because I really don't do too many seedlings. Oh, and this is Celeste right here, and she tastes so good. I like the Celeste fig. I guess you can see like some of them. I was up here. I just cut a piece off of her and moved her over. That's how much I liked her. So when you look at here, you can see it. All right, when we came over here, this is a blueberry that we put down here. It used to be a red Java Jakarta. It died. So that's how, you know, took it up and put the blueberry down. That's the white Sapota. She's grown a lot. She doesn't like a lot of sun like it claims it does, because since I put that umbrella on her, she has grown. This is jasmine. It smells so good. Now when we come around here, this right here is really my succulent area right here. But we did put the star fruit here, and then you see the star fruit buds. And I mean, she was a stick when we got her, just a little stick. And what I try to do with these trees is I try to fatten them up, because I don't really worry about fruits the first year. I need them, you know, so the wind doesn't come and blow them away. All right. The hubby set this up for me right here, and eventually it'll be taken over by the star fruit. It gets so big, but it's okay. We'll figure it out as we get to it. I think it's cute right here. So also some more Canada lilies that grow forever. If anybody wants them, I got all different types. This is another tree, the Tropical Beauty. Now I cut her down to nothing, and she already came back. She gave us so many peaches. They were so delicious. Okay, this is my Shuzitsu pepper plant that's been pumping out all summer long. All summer long. That's my favorite one. This is a truly tiny banana thing. We took it out, like, we took a piece out of there that was growing a pup and put it in here to see if she could do good by herself here. This is white sorrel right here, and you can actually see the white sorrel and everything right here. That's the other garden bed. It used to be a shade house. This is just a bench that Me and my hubby got from the flea market. He just painted it up and took care of it. All right, and this right here is the Purple Passion. You know, she's a main producer also. And she got a lot of flowers all in between. It's hard for you to see them. But she's the Purple Passion. So, that's about it, I think, as far as the garden. We reduced, like I said, we reduced a lot of pots. I didn't realize I had so many pots. But my new thing was to not only reduce them and toss them, basically, and give some away. It was also just to get bigger pots that can be up, so I won't be bending so much because I have like a sciatic or back problem, so I can't be bending down on the ground. So I'm already thinking about all this stuff now as I'm aging, so I don't have to try to do breaking work. That's why you tend to see my stuff up, you know, high up, so I won't have to deal with all that, right? And like I said, we reduced a lot of pots. A lot. Wow. If you think this is a lot, you should see how many I reduced. But I'm happy with this. This right here is just some soil that's going to be waiting for that sugar bell tangerine tree. That's going to go in there and stay there where we can keep it more controlled. And then we may leave that logan in there because that's a slow growing logan, or we may put it out. I kind of like the wide open space of this yard because I just look at it like this. Trees grow. So when they grow, you know, they cover up a lot. And I tend to just like the openness of the yard. It's a very easy yard to maintain, you know. When we put it together, you know, it took a minute to put it together, but once we got it together, there's nothing much we got to do back here. I don't have to cut grass, right? Most of these things can take care of themselves. Every once in a while, I'll step out here and water. And I got a lot of cold hardy fruits, you know, blueberries and stuff. So it's not cold hardy, obviously, it's the mangoes, the papayas, and the bananas. So basically the mulberry trees, everything else is cold hardy. So I'm hoping the mangoes make it this year. If they don't, you know, of course the orange sherbet is going to make it because we're going to put it in the garage, but these are in the ground. So if they don't make it this year, we are going to go ahead and just remove them because I don't see just keep starting over and over and never seeing a mango. I think that's pointless. And for that, you know, I can go ahead and put a persimmon or something in there that we're going to see. With the we're going to give the bananas another year or so right now because I don't really want to put anything else in there. And if I don't see no bananas after a while, something else will go in there back to a garden bed. The papayas, if they don't make it this year, we're not going to go ahead and replace any of those with papayas because we go through the same thing every year. Now we do like papayas because we freeze them and put them in smoothies, but it's not worth me to keep growing them, and then it gets cold and I never get to eat them because they freeze. And Logan, of course I like Logan, but if they don't make it this year, that's going to be done with that too. So yeah, so we added, you know, some citrus this year, just 3, but hey, you know, we like tangerines, and we got our own lemon. You know, I wanted some real lemons, so that's going to be it for the citrus. So yeah, I'm not adding a whole lot of stuff. You know, this is more of I think we changed it to what you call a whimsical garden, and that's gardens that like a lot of artwork and, you know, all of these things. It's so pretty, and coming out at night with the lights, you know, shining, and it's so spacious, and you could just hear it's just pretty. It's beautiful at night, and it's an easy garden. I don't have to come out here and do a whole lot. I am a fruit tree gardener. Every once in a while I will try veggies, and that means, but I don't try a lot. So if I'm going to do tomatoes, I'm going to do tomatoes and butternut squash, and that's it. I'm not going to try to do 100 things because I travel. So what is the purpose if it's going to sit there and die? You know, I'm not back here for it. So, but with fruit trees, you know, I put them in the ground and they do what they do. We do hand water them. I do not have to water them a lot, again, because I got mulch all over the place. So when I do give it a deep water, I give it a deep water, and that's it. I let it do what it do. So that's about it with this video. And yeah, this is what I consider easy gardening, because I just don't have to do much to the garden but come out and enjoy it and pick my fruits. So hopefully you're having a blessed day. Hopefully everybody is still out there gardening and they're doing well. And hopefully everyone's plants in Orlando, Florida have recovered from the cold. And hopefully we don't see no more cold. But if we do, we're going to be more ready this time with more cold hardy trees, so we actually have less disappointments for ourselves. So that's our plan anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I hope you have a blessed day. Goodbye.